Hello, this is Blue Star, Defender of Equestria, and this is my next Focus On video. The Crystalling and Alicorns. Once again, I will be referencing the Journal of the Two Sisters, so if you haven't read it, you probably shouldn't watch this video until you do. Well, the short answer is that I don't really think there was too much in the Journal of the Two Sisters about Alicorns, but there was a few interesting things which I will be mentioning a little bit later. But anyway, this is sort of going to be my thoughts and feelings about what little we learned from the crystalling and the birth of an Alicorn in Equestria. Yay! It's an historic day. And once again, quoting a line from Babylon 5, the details are everything. Because there's been a lot of confusion about what does this mean? Does this mean that Celestia and Luna are not natural-born Alicorns? I think the short answer to all this is that Celestia and Luna are in fact natural-born Alicorns. I believe Lauren Faust said so at some point, but I can't remember where I heard that or if it's true, but I'm going to assume it is. Because originally they were supposed to be the only two Alicorns. And in the Journal of the Two Sisters, they do briefly talk about the Alicorns, implying that there are in fact other Alicorns out there. Which, my theory on that is that there's basically an Alicorn Kingdom somewhere in the world of Equestria, not in Equestria itself, but somewhere on this planet, if you will, where all the Alicorns live and everything, and there's probably not a lot of them, and for some reason, Celestia and Luna were, I guess, living in Equestria when they were found by the other ponies, which I'm just gonna leave that there. Unfortunately, there's no real hard evidence from anything to support that, but that's sort of my thoughts on the subject. But however, such a thing would explain why Celestia and Luna, in a way, don't know so much about this. This would pretty much explain Celestia's statement of, the birth of an Alicorn is something that Equestria has never seen before. Princess Flurryheart is the first one, because Luna and Celestia basically came from outside Equestria, essentially. But it doesn't mean that there aren't other natural-born Alicorns out there, it just means it's the first time that one has been born in Equestria. But I do have to say it's a fairly big criticism of this episode that they were making a big deal about the baby being an Alicorn, but it really wasn't a surprise to anyone, particularly if you saw the images of her beforehand. But ignoring the obvious spoiler issue there, I mean, her mother is an Alicorn, so it was pretty reasonable to assume that her baby was going to be an Alicorn too. There's really no big surprise here. However, it's kind of interesting to note that it appears that as long as at least one of the parents is an Alicorn, that the kid could be an Alicorn too. I don't know if that would work if the father was an Alicorn and the mother wasn't an Alicorn. I don't know if that would work out that way, but an interesting, possibility there. But again, wouldn't be surprising either way. But it certainly is cool to see yet another Alicorn in Equestria. Yo-ho! So while this episode didn't exactly give us a lot of information, and it kind of was a bummer that even Celestia and Luna don't really know anything about this either, we did get a few interesting things to think about. However, I have a feeling that we're probably going to learn more about how Alicorns work. Perhaps not in this season, but hopefully at some point in the future. And honestly, I hope that we do, because Alicorns are certainly an interesting concept, and there could definitely be a lot of fun, interesting directions to go there. So, it's going to be interesting to see what we learn about Alicorns in the future, and certainly interesting to see what the future of Princess Flurryheart will be. So that is the end of my video on the crystalling and Alicorns. This is Blue Star. Stay strong and pony on. Blue Star out.